Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to see you and to really see you. Yeah. In honor of spring, I'm going to share two stories celebrating growing things and growing spirits like us. In I walk, and it's love at first sight. In grocery shopping, as in life, there are times to just toss our lists to the wind and embrace what's right before us. And so I do. Pawpaws, kohlrabi, watermelon radish, until I scarcely know where I am. Grocer? Farm stop? Seasonal veggie museum? At the register, the clerk brings up one item after the next until, lo, the rutabaga. She turns it round and round, looking for a price, I think, until she says, wow, this is a nice one. Thanks, I beam, juiced to know that though it's my first rutabaga rodeo, I've chosen like a true pro. What you gonna make? No clue. Truth that I never even met a rutabaga before today. I guess I'll just go home and, comb the web for a recipe. No, here, I'll give you my favorite. She jots down something on the back of an old pumpkin butter label and kind of slips it to me. I give it a quick read. You put sugar on vegetables? Shh. Okay, so that's a secret, but here's something that's not. Shoppers, clerks, they all love it here. And the farmers, well, they seem quite at home too. One morning I walk in to find a coverall pair schmoozing over a couple cups of joe, one sporting a piece of straw like an organic free-range toothpick, while the other is making short order of a giant chocolate chip and sea salt cookie. Suddenly, Cookie Man looks up and says, folks got themselves a lot of wild ideas about farmers. For example, they assume that if you grow organic vegetables, you don't eat cookies for breakfast. So you see, what I'm doing here is just a little bit of a community outreach, he adds, grinning as he takes a big bite. And boy, is it tasty. Yeah? Sweet as a Johnny jump at peak pickin'. Really? Pipes up a woman peering over a tray of fresh bread. Gotta tell you, I think I'm in love, sings Cookie Man. I'll tell my husband. He made them, says the bread lady. But sorry, he's taken. Everything ripens in a place like this. Fruit, vegetables, meat. Another day I'm rooting through the carrots, so to speak, on a futile quest for like stop and shop lookalikes, when a farmer pulls up beside me and starts rifling through the apple bin. I watch him pass over one pristine specimen after the next until I finally say, I see you're quite particular about your apples. Looking for one with some bug bites. With bug bites? Sure, same way I look for truckers at a highway diner stop. The critters, they know what's good. He finds his pick and takes it bigger than a bug bite. And me, I double back to that carrot bin and fish out the most gritty, gnarled bunch I can find. As I celebrate yet another living testimony that growing underground is no easy thing. But hey, if a carrot can do it, then so can we. The second one is called The Whole Magnificent Catastrophe Salad. Farm hands in wide straw hats and even wider smiles cart greens to the kitchen in the basket of a rickety red bicycle. The water on the leaves is morning dew. Chard looks like a rainbow. The kale smells like sunshine. And the collards feel like, well, I'm too shy to say. The dirt I wash from these greens is the same grit I carry on the soles of my shoes and feet. Bits of mountain and harrowed earth. This morning, a woman stops me in the fields to say I look as if I belong here. It'd be a strange painting, Jewish girl from New York at Zen Farm with pitchfork. I wonder if she means here on this farm, here on this coast, or here on this earth. If this is home, it'll be my first. The lunch gong sounds, and I lift fork to mouth and just pause. I've known this salad since it was just seeds in the earth. And if you'd asked me what was in it, I think myself clever to say not only kale and chard and colored greens, but also sunshine and rain and compost and sweat and love. But now I see that was only the beginning. And I'd completely forgotten about the clouds that held the rain, the sky that held the clouds, each mother who held a farmer in her arms, her wedding waltz, her sweet lullaby, the French fry grease-powered tractor, the crinkle-cut skin-on potatoes, American guns, bombs, and ingenuity, the Statue of Liberty, and the man, musician, teacher, husband, son, and father, who oceans away takes his violin to the town square each morning, come what may, and plays a mix of Mozart and old folk as bombs rain down on his country, his home, and everything he holds dear. As I nibble these greens, I don't just inhabit this landscape, I become it. Sister of the gentle deer and great black bear, daughter of the mountain and ocean, of lions and hikers, sailors and tsunamis, mother of the tendrils of poison oak, and also of the tender green fields where this very day, a young man with his grass-stained overalls tucked into his muddy zazen black boots, the fourth and last generation of men in his family with scars crisscrossing his back, will whistle through a blade of yellow grass and ask his lover, a young woman with dark blonde dreads, strong shoulders, shy smile, and a face ruddy with sun and an old life of cheap wine and bad trips. Hey, after we hoe this row of beans, feed the horses, and muck the stable, will you marry me? And the young woman will laugh and weep and say to her lover, the fields, the dung, and everything, yes, yes, yes.